Pam. Welcome to Boss Talks, and thank you for being here with me today.
Hi, thank you for having me.
Yeah, of course. So to get started, why don't you tell us just a little introduction to yourself, a little bit about you, what you do?
Sure. So I'm Pam. I'm originally from Paris. I now work at Warner Music Group in Los Angeles as A&R. So I am in a global team at Warner, and I'm working across all the labels within WMG. So yeah, welcome. Thank you for having me.
Awesome. Thank you, Pam. And what type of artists do you typically work with at Warner?
It's very diverse because this team is pretty special because we're working across all the labels. So basically we're signing new acts, but we also working with like artists that are already like signed to the label that we didn't necessarily sign, but we are able to work on projects and just like helping with songs and just like do sessions and everything. So it's definitely interesting. It can go from like DJ and electro act to pop to like hip hop. So it's really across all like the entire roster, which is like very diverse.
Awesome. That's really exciting that you get to do all of that. What does a typical day look like as an A&R for you?
Well, you mean I mean during the pandemic or like
Let's
before
do
pandemic?
pre-pandemic. Let's do pre-pandemic. Then maybe we can talk
Well,
about.
yeah, no, I mean, usually, go to the office. It really like it's really diverse. It's not like a typical day. I'm trying to just like have a time to like go through my email, and I'm trying to make time to like listen to demos that I'm receiving, but also trying to make time to like do my own research. Of like artists or like songwriters and producers, but also like of course like trying to meet as many people as possible. So now all the meetings are turned into like Zooms and calls and everything, but it's important for me to just make time in my day to connect with like more people and reach out to like more, whether it's like on the business side or like producers, artists, and like all different type of creative.
Yeah, awesome. And how has this new setting of normal with COVID changed how you do business as an A&R?
Well, surprisingly enough, it's even crazier than usual. I mean, like people like, which is good. Like people find now have the time to like send you stuff. At first, like not everyone knew how to navigate. I mean, and no one knew how to navigate this. So we had to like adapt to like changes. But now you have more people that are open to do like Zoom sessions and just like connect just like as human and just like send you stuff, like connect on the phone, and they like more responsive. So it's definitely interesting also to be able to connect different songwriters and producers from like all over the world. They wouldn't have necessarily worked together if they had to like be together at like in a studio in LA or like wherever. So I feel like it brings a lot of opportunities and to just like connect with more people in general and make great music. But of course, obviously there is like, how to say, bad side in terms of like we cannot use studio, we can like meet in person. I guess it's just like finding the right sides, the upsides of like the situation that makes the most out of it.
Yeah. Wow, that's great that it's actually opened people up to more opportunities with people around the world. I would have never thought that.
Yeah, I mean, like when you're on Zoom, it's like you can be in the UK, you can be in like Germany, you can be in America, so you can connect people like across countries. That is like difficult to do when you have to go to a studio, when you have to be available at the same time, same hours, same city. So yeah, I mean, for me, I found it like more having like more opportunities to connect people like that.
That's great. Well, Pam, what do you think are some misconceptions that people have about A&R or being an A&R?
There's a lot. First of all, is like some people believe that A&R is just like sitting on a chair all day and listening to music. We listen to music all day, but we're not sitting in a chair, and it's not that easy. It's not just like listening to music. It's also like helping the artist making the music. So giving feedbacks, whether it's like production, lyric wise, like there's so many aspects to like a song, and there's so many like things that you have to deal with that people don't necessarily know about. So, and also like there's like this thing where like people think that A&R spend their time just like partying with artists, which is not the case. Like which is like you working, of course, that you become friends with the artist and everything, and you become like close to the artist if but like it's also like it's a real job. Like it's like the core of the business, you know. Without like making music, without making the songs, how do you expect to have like artists growing and everything? Yeah, there's a lot of like a couple of these different like misconceptions about the job, but it's a very, you know, very interesting aspect of like the industry that I'm very grateful and happy to be a part of.
Awesome, Pam. And what is your favorite part of being an A&R?
Wow, there are really so many parts. So
Oh,
I
that's
think
great.
this like I think really like being immersed in the creative process is something very crazy. Like even whether if you like working with like a new up and coming artist that are just like standing out, like a new signing, or if you're working with like an artist that has like years of like experience, just like seeing them like making the music, then you will soon listen to like the radio. They will become like a part of like people's life, you know, and being a part of that, even if you play like small part of it, is something like to me that I think is life changing, because there's like, of course, like everyone has like songs that basically are like the soundtracks of our lives, you know, that just like bring memories or bring like happiness and joy. So knowing that you're part of like a song that brings joy to someone else, you know, that is a part of like the daily lives is truly, I mean, to me is like what makes my day every day.
Right. Yeah, that's amazing. Must be why people love that job so much, working with artists. So Pam, what are some of the difficulties that you faced coming from living in Paris, France, to working in the United States?
Beside the immigration process, yeah, no. First of all,
Right.
well, the immigration process, which of course I'm not get aware of like what's going on, but it's definitely a major point that people don't realize. Like when you come to the US, you have to get like you don't come like that, like like visas are not given like that, and you have to spend a lot of years like building a resume. You have to spend a lot of money. So when you hear you already done so much that people don't necessarily know about, and you come with like an entire background, but also the fact that some people can think of you as someone that is not a part of like the American culture. So they don't, some people might believe that you cannot understand the American market, the US market in terms of music, because you are not raised in America, because you don't have the same culture. So that's it's, which is like totally false. And but you have to like prove that. And I feel like as a person that is, as a non-American, you have to work like even harder to just like make it in business, because you have so many like cliches like that, and people don't necessarily want to take a chance on you for the visa situation, or like for because of like other reason. So you really have to like work like twice or three times like harder than anyone else to be able to have the same result.
That's rough. So what advice would you give to international students or people who live outside of the US that want to, like you, make a career in music in the US?
Well, I think first of all, you have to believe in yourself. That's the most important things. And not saying that, oh, I'm not American, so I'm not going to make it in America. So that's the first thing. When I moved here, I was like, I didn't know anyone. I'm not even talking about the music industry, talking about anyone in general. And I've never been to LA before moving here, and I moved here by myself. So it's like, and it's, there's so many things that could have gone wrong, and that it couldn't work. I was like, I need to take a chance, and I need to take a leap of faith. And but it's hard work, but you have to believe in yourself. That's the first thing. And then I would say, like, try to make connection. It's very important. Make connection in America, in the field. Like if you're a producer, you make connection with artists, with songwriters. Like if you like, when like aspiring A&R, you make connection with like also like a producer, songwriter, artist, like anyone in the business. You know, and don't overlook anyone. Don't underestimate anyone, because you never know who like the people are going to become tomorrow or in 2 days. You know. So it's very important to like build this network early on. Even from your country, you can still send emails. You know, it's like now it's like technology that we have available. It's very easy to connect, Instagram, like whatever. But yeah, building a network early on and believing in yourself is, to me, I think the most important things to be able to start a journey in America.
Right. Yeah, the network is really important in the music industry, but I can
Hmm.
imagine it'd be much harder from outside the States to start building.
It's very hard, but I feel like now with like all the tools that we have, like I say, Instagram, emails, like Spotify, like Apple Music, everything that we have, it's easier to reach people. It's easier to just like send an emails with like music or whatever. If the person responds, that's great. If they don't, that's fine. Someone else will. At the end of the day, you just need like one person, that believes in you and that wants to work with you because they see the drive and they see the passion. And once one person will like open a door for you, then it becomes a little bit easier. And then you can start like doing things, but don't wait for that. Just like build your own door, if that makes sense.
Oh, I like that. Yeah, build your own door if no one wants to open it for you. That's a good one, Pam. I like that one. What are some things that you did from outside of the States to start building your networking here?
So I'm still running a music magazine that I started in France 6 years ago. Sorry, it's been a while. I started this when I was in France, but I was starting in college, and it was my way in the industry because even in France, I don't have anyone that in my family that is in the music industry or people that I know in music industry. So I had to make contacts in a way, and by like combining like two passions of mine, which are like writing and music, I started like a blog that kind of like blew up because we discovered a lot of artists before they got signed, and it was international artists. So when I was doing interviews, I was meeting the team as well. I was meeting the artists, but I was meeting the managers as well. So I kind of like started to make the contact like that, and also I turned it into like a magazine in English, so more people would be able to understand. So people, even if I was in France, were contacting me about the magazine because it was in English and because they were able to understand and they loved the content. So the kind of like my way in, if that makes sense, is by doing this by myself. And then I got a team and everything, and now we have a pretty cool team working on that. But it was my way to get contact because at the end of the day, I feel like you shouldn't wait for things to happen, and you shouldn't wait for like until, as I said, someone open a door for you, but you should do something on your own, and that's how you're going to create your network. So don't be discouraged if you don't know anyone yet, because you still can do, by doing something you can like make contacts.
Yeah, definitely. Well, thank you so much, Pam. Thanks for sharing your journey with
Of
us
course,
and
thank
with
you
us
so
here
much.
today. Thank you.